So we're going to go onto our hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to bring arm and opposite leg out, nice and long, and then we're going to come up and crunch in underneath. So we're going to do about sort of 3 on one side, then 3 on the other side. Just keep going back and forth. The second exercise is going to be a glute kick back and then work through the abductors. So we're going to keep our knee bent. So we're going to kick up, back down, and then out to the side. Like that. So with both of those exercises, really important to draw your belly button up towards your spine and push through your shoulder blades. Then we're going to roll over and we're going to do bridges with just a couple of second pause at the top. So feet in line with your hips, draw belly button to spine, pelvic floor up. Coming up nice and high, really squeeze those glutes, holding it about 3 seconds, and then slowly coming back down. Keep those glute muscles engaged as you come back down. It's going to do 50 seconds of each of them, with a 10-second break in between just to swap over to the next exercise. We're going to go through that twice. So as I mentioned at the start, this is just a nice light activation warm-up. It's only going to go for 6 minutes, but it's a really good exercise to do before basically any of your workouts to get those glutes switched on. All right, so starting with the songbird, ready and go. Opposite arm to leg, coming in, nice big crunch. So they're not fast movements, very controlled, and a great opportunity, other side guys, great opportunity to feel what's going on with your body. If there's any imbalances, if there's any weaknesses, if one side may be stronger than the other, go back to the other side. So about 3 on each side, roughly. Good. Here's a bit of a tricky one to do and talk at the same time. Make sure you really balance between that hand and knee. I'm going to do 1 more on each side. Good. All right. Next exercise is going to be those glute kickbacks and adductor out to the side. Ready and go. So keep that knee bent. Up and then to the other side. Good. And then swap legs. Up and other side. Good. So you don't need to lift too high when you go out, but I want you to be thinking about your glute during the lift. Make sure your belly button's towards the spine. Keep it nice controlled. Push through your shoulder blades. Good, guys. And particularly if you've got pelvic floor issues, you don't want to be lifting that leg too far to the side. So just go with what you're comfortable with. And again, try to make sure it's the glute that's doing the movement. Last one. Good. All right. Rolling on to our back. We're going to do those bridges. Feet in line with the hips. Using your glutes to push your hips up nice and high. Hold for about 3 seconds. 2, 3. Use your glutes to come back down. Make sure they're still engaged. Relax. Draw in and up. 2, 3. And back down. And again, up. Really draw your pelvic floor up. Draw your belly button right, real tight to your spine. Going back down again. And really use those glutes to push up. And again. You may really feel it sort of in your hamstrings as well. Maybe your quads if they're a little bit tight. But we want those glutes doing the work. And 1 more. Keep this nice and tight. And back down. Good. All right, let's go back to the first one, songbird. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's go. Nice long stretch. and crunching in the middle. About 3 on one side, then swap sides. Make sure you're breathing on each one. Keep those core muscles nice and tight. Try not to let your hip come up too high. Good. So we want to sort of arch our back up in that crunch. Just going to do one more on each side. Good, all right. Quickly shake out those shoulders. We're doing the glute kick back and then to the side. Keep the knee bent. And then alternate sides. Again, just lifting up to the side to what's comfortable for you. Making sure you're pushing through your shoulder blades. Really trying to engage the glute to do the lift. Good, nice deep breaths. Draw belly button to spine. I keep saying belly button to spine because it keeps those core muscles nice and stable. So it'll help to strengthen them, but also so you can focus on that glute. Last one. Good, all right, rolling over for our bridges. Last minute, then we'll stand up and have a bit of a shake out. Coming up, holding, 2, 3, and back down. Let's go. Belly button away from your clothes. Push up, feel that drive through the glutes, but don't let them go until you get to the bottom. Coming up. Big squeeze up at the top, back down. Make sure you're breathing too, guys. Really important to breathe. Those muscles need the oxygen while they work. We'll do 2 more. Push up nice and high at the top, holding for about 3 seconds. Back down. And last one. Gonna hold a touch longer on this one. Keep pushing up through those glutes, keep the hips high. And back down. Good. All right, in this position, just going to bring the knees up, roll out the lower back, just gently. Go. Stand up. Let's have a bit of a shake out. Doing 50 seconds for these next exercises as well, with a 10-second rest in between. We will do 3 rounds. We'll have a quick break in between each round. We have 5 exercises. The first exercise is going to be step back and row. So this one, we're going to pick up our heartbeat, get our breathing going a bit faster. So stepping back and rowing. Like that. Second exercise. It's going to be like a half deadlift, so not all the way down. So nice and slow and controlled to the knees. And then really squeezing the glutes to push the hips forward. So they're not fast deadlifts at all tonight, just really controlled. And I want you to really focus on the way up, squeezing glutes to push your hips forward. Next exercise, another one to get that heart rate back up. I like to sort of put my arms like this, but it's up to you. Some people do it up here, cross like this, whatever's comfortable. But we're doing across like that. So elbow to knee, nice high knees. It's all about getting that crunch through the side. Next one, Just going to turn on the side so you can see it a bit better here. We're going to a half squat. We're stepping out to the side and then a bit of a diagonal back. So we're not going straight back, we're going in between that direction. So I'll do it a couple of different angles. Like that, just so that you can see that. So it's not straight back, it's just a bit more on a diagonal there. With that one, we're going to do about 3 on one side, 3 on the other. And then the last exercise we've got is jogging on the spot. We're going to have nice high reaches across the other side of the body. Just to get a bit more work through the shoulders and the core and get the heart rate up again. Right, take a deep breath. So we're going through this 3 times. Where's my clock? Okay, ready and go. So we're starting with those step back and rows. It's all about getting that heart rate up, really squeezing through your shoulder blades. Nice deep breaths. Try not to move around too much. Keep the core muscles nice and tight. Elbows up. 20 more seconds. And then we'll go into the deadlifts. I feel like maybe I'm moving backwards a little bit. I don't know what you guys are doing, but I feel like I'm getting closer to that ball behind me. Just watch out what you're doing, guys. Don't run into anything. Almost there. Good. All right, shrug those shoulders out. If you've got a weight, grab a weight. Otherwise, no stress at all. So just going down to about the knee. Nice slow back up. Again, really engage those glute muscles. Push your hips up. Keep your back nice and tight and straight. Chest up. Nice controlled movement. Even if you don't have a weight, you should still feel a bit of a stretch through those hamstrings. So I want you to really squeeze those glutes to bring you back up. Another good gentle exercise to help engage them. And obviously with the more weight you're holding in your hands, the stronger those muscles will get in the glutes. There we go, weight down. Going into the knee and elbow crunch now. Take a deep breath and go. I'm going to alternate on this one. If the balance isn't quite your thing, you just do one side for about 5, one side to the other. But I want you to really focus on getting that twist. And a nice high knee. Actually uses a bit of glute and hip stability. Just stand on one leg there and have that control. A little bit quicker, guys. Got 10 more seconds. Almost there. And shake it out. All right, we're going into that side and diagonal step now. Half squat and go. And then diagonal. It's about 3 on one side, then swap sides. Squeeze that glute and push your hip forward. Good, I'm changing sides. Squeezing that glute and pushing it forward. Make sure your back's nice and straight as well. Really good, guys. Again, using lots of hip stability there. We need glutes nice and strong for that. Reach out a little bit longer if you can. And do one more on each side. Good, hand rest. Whew, all right, getting nice and warm now. We've got our jogging on the spot and cross reaches to really pick up our heart rate now. Let's go. Nice big stretch. If you've got weights, you're more than welcome to add them in. All right, 15 seconds. Go a little bit quicker. Five seconds. And rest. Good, that's the first round done. Roll those shoulders back. Take a deep breath. We'll get started in 30 seconds. So we're doing those step back and rows. 15 seconds. Ooh, all right. 10 seconds. Just roll those shoulders back one more time. Loosen up the neck. Think about squeezing through those shoulder blades. And go. Make sure you keep the elbows up. Just want to find a nice consistent pace and hold it that whole time. Don't let it drop down. So good, guys. Keep it going. Try to relax your neck. Think about through your shoulder blades. 10 more seconds. I'm not sure if you're going to have trouble hearing me. It's hailing outside. Just copy what I'm doing. And rest. Shake it out. Deadlift next. Slow and controlled. And go. Squeeze the glutes, come back up. Squeeze those glutes, push your hips forward. Nice tight back. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings. Push the heels into the ground as you come back up.
Hey, Simonne.
Yes?
Are your legs meant to be straight when you bend over, or are they bent?
It depends on the person. So for instance, I don't have much of a bend in my knees, as you can see.
Yeah.
If you have very tight hamstrings, you'll probably have more of a bend. So it's what feels.
Yeah, no, I've got loose ones. I just wasn't sure if I was meant to be bending them or if I should keep them straight.
Completely up to you. And the most important part is pushing in through the heels and through the glutes when you come back up.
Cool. Thank you.
That's all right. We'll do 20 seconds just on one side this time, guys, just to mix it up a little bit. Then on the last round, you can decide if you want to alternate or just do the one side. Good, change sides. I think I probably prefer it this way, but it's up to you. And that's the good thing about exercise. Like what Lucy was asking, everyone's different. You've got to do what works for you. And rest. Shake it out. All right. We've got the half squat with the tap out. Ready? And go. Half squat, tapping out. So this time, let's do half the time on one leg. We'll get a bit more of a burn through the glute. And then you'll be able to see what that's like and decide what you want to do for the last round as well. One more. Good. All right, let's go to the other side. So you can definitely feel a bit more of a burn doing it that way rather than alternating. Well, I would anyway. Squeeze that glute, push your hip forward. About 2 more. And rest. Good, shake that out. We've got our jogging on the spot. Nice big stretches across. Deep breath and go. Nice big stretch. Bit of a coordination challenge this one I'm finding. I don't know if you guys are. Nice to have that bit of stretch and movement through the shoulders while I'm jogging. All right, we're halfway. Let's go quicker. Really get that heart rate up. Want to get a bit of sweat happening. Go, 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 go. 10 seconds. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And rest. Rest for 40 seconds and do round one more time. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Fix your shoelaces up. Couple of deep breaths. Switch those abs back on. 15 seconds. Go back to that step back and row. Got 5 minutes left. And might have time for a stretch or two as well. But let's go. So focus on keeping those elbows up, get into a good rhythm, and we'll keep it at that. Squeeze through those shoulder blades. Halfway. Keep going, guys. Got 15 seconds. Let's pick up the pace a little bit more. Last time we're doing it. And rest. Deadlift next. Moving nice and control. Squeeze those glutes. Push your heels in, squeeze the glutes on the way back up. Good, guys. Remember, keep it nice and slow. You don't want to go too fast. So going a bit slower works the muscles in a different way to say doing much heavier conventional deadlift. It's a great idea to mix up your workouts with your exercises going a little bit faster, a little bit slower. Last one. Good. All right, your elbow to knee is next. Whoop. Just pressing buttons. All right, let's go. So it's up to you if you want to go halfway and switch over, or you just want to do a couple on one side and keep alternating back and forth. So you can see I'm doing my 23 seconds on the side. There we go, swapping over. Nice deep breaths, get that twist happening. Ten more seconds. Keep going, and rest. All right, half squat and tap next. Again, I'm doing half rather than alternating, so it's up to you. Do a couple on one side, couple on the other, or we switch halfway through. Just focus on the glutes, pushing the hips forward. Keep core nice and tight. Good, and swap. Good. Think about pushing the heel and the toes into the ground. Need a bit more of that engagement through the glute. 10 more seconds. Good. And relax. Last one we've got is jogging on the spot, those crosses. Nice deep breath and go. Well done to all the people who are using dumbbells in this one. You can see a couple there. We're halfway, let's pick up our pace. As quick as you can, as light as you can on those toes. Doesn't matter how fast your arms are going, I just want your feet moving really quick. 10 more seconds. Almost there, keep going all the way to the end. And